We have been in a fog, and as we've emerged, we see that the world has been pushed to the brink, and so have you. I'm Dr. David Owers, I'm the Doc of DeFi, and I invite you on a double major journey with me, one of health, one of wealth, and how the two interact. So this is video number 2 on NFTs. Not sure if we'll need a third one. Again, I'm not trying to get these things to go too far and too long. So please reference the first video. I cannot recap it very well and still keep this one brief. So there is a very well-spoken, smart, eloquent man by the name of Yatsu who gave his take on NFTs. And he, just like my analogy of the medium passing from a frame to a television to a digital centralized platform like YouTube, and then to a decentralized platform like the blockchain, he had a take on gaming. So right now the metaverse seems to be predominantly a place where gaming is occurring, but more applications are happening there too. And you'll get services. There are insurance companies, there are larger big corp trying to get into there as well, celebrities trying to get into there as well on the entertainment side, as part of what the metaverse can offer. But because gaming is there to a big extent, I thought his analogy was very poignant. So he started talking about gaming in general. So gaming 1.0 or before 1.0, let's call that the pinball machines, the analog pinball machines. They got a little bit bells and whistles there for a bit, and then some of them turned sort of digital. We all kind of know about that one in my generation, and if you don't, you can research what a pinball machine was. And then it sort of evolved into these console machines that you were able to play. It was almost like a little table, like Pac-Man and Tetris and Centipede. And then it moved into something you could hold into your hand, very, very sort of cursory games you can hold into your hand, just lights that blinked in various positions. It didn't really have more than preset positions to show maybe the race of a motorcycle race in columns. And then it came to the green screen, very first computers that were on the desktop, and the very first tennis games. I don't know if you recall, they were just simply on either side of a line, some white bars that you would be able to move up and down with your keyboard arrows or numbers, and you would be able to intercept a ball that was being put back and forth into the screen, and if you caught the ball just in time, it would bounce off and it would be a tennis volley to the next side. And then of course it got much more sophisticated into consoles that you could bring into your home. I think Atari might have been the first one. I might have that name wrong. But then a PlayStation, all those kinds of things came. And then something happened with the complexity of playing the game. So yes, you had consoles in the home, but the knowledge you needed to partake in one of these games got harder and harder and harder. And actually it was no longer just a simple joystick with a few buttons. The console that you had to hold in your hand to do the game and to actuate the players in the game was so complicated that people just started to move away from those games. It's sort of like the innovation of the game got the better of itself, and it was only for experts. But the problem is there was no ownership in these games, and the metaverse offers a way through an NFT to have ownership in the game. And it also offers a way for someone with not a lot of skill, not a lot of knowledge, to participate in the blockchain, to participate in this space, so that you could own something that actuates in the game, a little figure. You can rent these figures out to people who have the knowledge to play the game, and those people can actually earn income playing a game in the blockchain, in the metaverse. So therefore, your asset, which they may not be able to hold themselves, has value to them. It's rentable. Then you is much like owning a racehorse. You might not be the jockey of that racehorse, and you might not have the skills to do that, but you can still partake in the game. And of course, this year the Kentucky Derby was had a lot of lessons there. It was quite interesting to live vicariously in that game. Well, this same thing could happen in the metaverse blockchain through NFT use. Now, of course, you can also actuate your own NFT. You can learn, but even that is something that seems to be something that very many people could learn those skills. But if you did not want to, you can still partake. You can still have to live through, to experience some pride of ownership, to have some sort of asset that you can leverage and sell as that asset appreciates. And you can get into the whole idea of what the NFT is in the gaming space, and you can really get into the idea. It's almost like statistics in baseball games and football games. Well, there's a form of stats for NFTs and the NFTs that you can own, and I touched upon them, which was the scarcity, the rarity, the future value, the provenance or the pedigree of it. So there's many ways of someone who is not a coder, someone who is not proficient or wanting to spend hours in front of a screen to partake. So I think, yeah, that'll be block number 2, and the loud noise behind me is the signal that maybe this video is long enough. And we will maybe get into a short part 3. So thanks very much. We'll catch you tomorrow.